Vinicius has 6 different cards and today I want to try every single one. Now to progress through his cards, we're gonna have to complete challenges, but these challenges will get harder and harder. So for the first challenge, all we have to do is score a goal because we're using a bronze team and Vinicius is gold card, so see this one as a warm-up. And our warm-up was done way earlier than I thought it would be. So after completing the first challenge, we're gonna go ahead and upgrade Vinicius' card to his first in form. And for the rest of this video, every time we upgrade Vinicius, we're going to be adding 2 players to our team from Real Madrid's 2022 Champions League winning side. Now the only player that I'm actually going to get to choose to use as an upgrade is going to be Benzema, and you guys will see why later on in this video. But the other 9 players in this team are all going to be decided not by us, but by this random wheel. So let's go ahead and give this wheel a spin and let's see which player this wheel lands on. Now the most valuable player in this wheel is actually going to be Valverde. I think he's going for like 700,000 coins, and then the cheapest player is Mendy, and he goes for like 7,000 coins. So let's just hope we don't get any of the gold cards on this wheel. So we ended up getting Modric from the wheel, and he's one of the better cards, so let's go ahead and purchase his card and add him into the team. And those are going to be the 2 upgrades that we get before completing our next challenge. Now our next challenge is going to be to score a goal with Benzema. But that goal needs to be assisted by Vinicius, and that assist needs to come in the form of a cross. Early on into the game, I figured out that this challenge would be way harder than I expected. Because every time I crossed the ball into the box, it just felt like Van Dijk was always there, because when that man jumps, he's taller than the Eiffel Tower. So I knew at this point I had to lure my opponent's Van Dijk away, and 23 minutes in, that's exactly what we did. After completing the challenge, I actually felt a bit confident, but then I conceded and went down 2-1. So I just went ahead and left the game, but our challenge is complete nonetheless. Now one of the worst things that can happen to you in this game is when you're trying to purchase a specific version of a card, but people list the other versions of that card at a similar price. So I'm going to make sure we get the 85 rated second inform version. Let's purchase his card and add him into the team. Now the next thing for us to do is to go ahead and spin the wheel another 2 times. And if you guys remember, the last time we spun the wheel, we got Modric. So that reveals another player on Real Madrid's 2022 Champions League winning side. Now this is going to be the first spin of this session. Let's just hope we don't get any of the gold cards. I'm basically looking for Valverde or even Militao. And unfortunately, obviously it's going to land on a gold card. So let's go ahead and add Carvajal into the team and give it one more spin. Now surely we won't get both of the gold cards within 2 spins. And it looks like we're getting Courtois. Now I'm actually quite happy with Courtois. I'm going to go ahead and purchase his card and add him into the team. And now we actually have 5 good players in this team. Now if you take a look at this version of Vini's card, it's the first card he had in FIFA 22, which actually had 80 shooting. So we're going to go ahead and put his shooting to the test. For our next challenge, we have to score a goal from outside of the box. Early on into this challenge, Vini's shooting was exposed. And what made this challenge even tougher was the fact that we had to create space before letting off one of these shots. Now this was actually the 3rd consecutive game in which I was trying to complete this challenge, and at this point, I just felt like giving up. But then 3 games in, and 4 goals down, we managed to hit the shot. So that took way longer than I expected it to, but we managed to get it done, and that means we can upgrade Vini from his second in form to his team of the tournament card. And now that we've upgraded Vinicius' card, we can go ahead and spin the wheel another 2 times. But before we do that, the last time we spun the wheel, we ended up getting Carvajal and Courtois, and we've basically revealed half of this lineup now. Now let's use our 2 spins, and hopefully we can get some good cards, because these challenges aren't going to get any easier. So from the first spin, it looks like we're going to get Alaba, and I'll actually take that because we conceded 4 goals in the last game, and he's going to be a massive help in the defense. Now after getting Alaba, I actually don't mind getting Militao. That would be a really good help in the defense, and then another midfielder or maybe even Valverde would be really good, as long as we don't get... I was gonna say as long as we don't get Mendy, but obviously that's going to be the card that we get. Let's add Mendy into the team, and I guess on the bright side, there aren't any bad cards left on the wheel. But now that our spins are done, it's time for me to tell you guys the next challenge. Now if you take a look at Vini's team of the tournament card, it's actually his first card in FIFA 22 where he actually had 99 pace. So for our next challenge, we need to score a goal with Vinicius, but when Vinicius takes his shot, he needs to be in a position where he's ahead of all our opponent's defenders. Now early on, we got really close to completing this challenge. But if you take a look back at the footage, when Vini took his shot, my opponent actually had one of his defenders closer to his goal than Vini was, so that one's not going to count. But then shortly after, Vini's pace came in clutch, and we managed to complete this challenge. So that was easy, and now we can sell this card and move on to his next one. Now his next card is the Player of the Month version, and this card was in his PC which expired, and there's literally no way of getting this card anymore. So because of this, we're going to have to move on from his Player of the Month version onto his next card, which is his Headliners card. Now his Headliners card costs 89,000 coins, and when you compare that to his Team of the Tournament card, that's about the 26,000 coin jump. And it's not necessarily going to hurt my coin balance too much, so let's go ahead and purchase him and add him into the team. And then I'm going to go ahead and change his position to a left wing, just for you guys who have really bad OCD. Now before we reveal the last two players who we got, let's go ahead and use our 2 spins, and then we'll reveal all 4 players at once. Now it looks like the first spin is going to be landing on Casemiro, and he was literally the worst card there. Anyway, let's go ahead and purchase his card and add him into the team. And now we can go ahead and use our last spin. Now honestly, I don't mind any 3 of these cards, but literally the only card that I actually wanted to get this entire video was Valverde. And it looks like we're still not going to get him. I have to complete the next challenge before we can actually try Valverde out. But anyway, since the wheel landed on Toni Kroos, let's go ahead and purchase his card and add him into the team. And before we discuss the next challenge, let's quickly reveal the last 4 players who were added into the team. And now you can see there are only 2 players left who are yet to be revealed. Now since this is Vini's Headliners card, I thought what better way to grab the headlines than to score a hat-trick. But to spice things up a little, if we concede a goal before scoring our hat-trick, we fail the challenge and this video will end. And I made sure to try my best because there's no way this video is ending without me trying his Team of the Season card. And the second goal came shortly after the first. And then to close this challenge out, what better way to score a goal than by sweating it? And 11 minutes in, we scored the hat-trick and this challenge is complete. So I'm really happy that we will be able to try Vini's Team of the Season card in this video. So I'm going to go ahead and list Vini for 89,000 coins, which is the amount that I purchased him for. And we'll go ahead and purchase the Team of the Season card. Now the jump from the Headliners to the Team of the Season is insane. The Headliners was only 89k and the Team of the Season is 1.3 mil. Now I'm going to go ahead and splash my coins on this card anyway, and I don't have that many coins left. So I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys could leave a like on this video. And I mean, there's literally no point for us to spin this wheel, but let's just go ahead and spin the wheel to see if we can actually just land on Valverde. And obviously, we're still not going to land on Valverde, but anyway, we upgraded Vini's card, which means we do get the 2 upgrades. And we've revealed the entire 2022 Champions League winning starting 11. Now the first card I'm going to go ahead and purchase is going to be Valverde, even though it didn't land on him first. And he has this right back card. Now this is perfect because in the final, Valverde played as a right wing back. So I'm going to convert this card to a right wing back and then he'll have some chemistry. And then the other card there was Militao. But as you can see, I only have 187,000 coins. So we can't get the Team of the Season because he's like 300k. But we can afford the numbers up version. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase the numbers up version. And hey, maybe if you leave a like on this video, in the next one I can afford cards like this. But now the starting 11 is complete. Now I said we'd be using every single Vini card in the game, and we haven't quite used the Team of the Season yet, so this video is not yet over. If you look at Vini's card, this is the first card he had which actually had good shooting, but since I'm an idiot, for the final challenge we're not even going to get to use that shooting because the challenge for the last game is going to be to score a goal, but to score this goal we have to run the ball into our opponent's net. Now in our first attempt to complete this challenge we managed to win a penalty, so I thought I'd recreate Benzema's Panenka penalty, and that ended up making my opponent forfeit. And then it was only in the game after that where we managed to lure our opponent's keeper out and run the ball into the net, and that means we completed the final challenge for this video. Now if you guys like this video, you'll love this video, so go ahead and click on that video to watch it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.